Welcome back, my friend. Tonight, we're traveling to the frozen lands of the Vikings, where the winters were long, dark, and endlessly cold. There were no electric heaters, no warm blankets fresh from a dryer, and certainly no cozy central heating. Only roaring fires, thick wool, animal furs, and patience stood between people and the icy wind. So dim the lights, get comfortable, and let your mind drift into the snowy north. And as you enjoy slow, relaxing history, don't forget to subscribe for more peaceful journeys through the past. Now, close your eyes and let's begin. The winter sun barely climbed above the horizon before disappearing again. The air was sharp enough to sting your lungs with every breath. Snow covered the mountains, forests, and tiny Viking farms in a thick white blanket. Inside a wooden longhouse, a fire burned slowly in the center of the room, sending smoke toward a small opening in the roof. It was warm, but only if you stayed close enough. Tonight, like every winter night, sleeping well was not a luxury. It was a matter of surviving until morning. You wake before dawn, because the fire has almost burned out. The warmth that filled the longhouse during the evening has slowly faded, and the cold quietly creeps across the wooden floor. You pull a thick wool blanket closer and wrap an animal fur tightly around your shoulders. Even inside the shelter, your breath becomes visible in the dim light. Around you, family members remain asleep, lying close together beneath layers of blankets. Sharing body heat is one of the simplest ways to survive the freezing night. Outside, icy winds whistle through the trees, but the sturdy timber walls block the worst of the weather. Winter is not your enemy alone. It is a daily challenge every Viking family patiently endures until the first signs of spring finally return. As morning slowly arrives, the fire is carefully fed with dry logs collected before winter became too harsh. Every piece of wood is valuable because gathering more during deep snow is difficult and dangerous. Smoke gently rises toward the roof opening, while small sparks dance above the glowing embers. The smell of burning pine fills the longhouse with quiet comfort. Breakfast is simple, often made from dried fish, barley porridge, or smoked meat saved for the cold season. Nothing is wasted because supplies must last until warmer weather returns. Outside, the frozen landscape remains silent, except for distant ravens. You realize that surviving a Viking winter depends less on strength and more on careful planning, patience, shared work, and enduring hope every single day. When night returns, everyone gathers inside the longhouse long before darkness completely settles over the land. The heavy wooden door is closed tightly to keep the freezing wind outside. A steady fire glows in the center, providing warmth, light, and a place to cook the evening meal. Thick smoke slowly escapes through the roof, leaving the air slightly hazy but comfortably warm. Children listen quietly as older family members tell familiar stories about brave voyages, distant seas, and powerful gods. These peaceful moments help pass the endless winter evenings. Beyond the walls, snow continues falling without pause, covering every path and field. Inside, the crackling fire, gentle voices, and shared warmth create the safest place anyone could hope for during the longest winter nights together. The evening meal is finished, and the wooden bowls are carefully cleaned before being stored. Nothing is wasted because every resource matters during the endless winter. You settle onto a simple bed filled with straw and covered by thick wool blankets. Animal furs add another layer against the biting cold. The fire crackles softly, casting warm orange light across the room. Someone quietly whispers an old tale about Odin, while others slowly drift towards sleep. Outside, snow continues falling, covering every rooftop, tree, and pathway. Tomorrow will bring the same frozen routine, yet nobody complains. They understand that patience, preparation, family, and steady determination are the true secrets of surviving another Viking winter night together. Until sunrise, the peaceful silence becomes their greatest comfort, reminding everyone that spring always returns. As the fire settles into glowing embers, the longhouse becomes quieter than ever before. Only the gentle crackling of burning wood breaks the silence. You pull another wool blanket across your shoulders, grateful for every layer protecting you from the relentless cold. The walls keep out much of the icy wind, but tiny drafts still find their way through narrow gaps between the logs. No one expects perfect comfort, because survival always comes before luxury. Nearby, a loyal dog curls beside the family, sharing warmth without making a sound. Outside, the moon shines over frozen fields and silent forests covered with deep snow. Inside, every slow breath, every glowing ember, and every peaceful heartbeat reminds you that another long Viking winter night is quietly passing, one calm moment at a time, together. Before closing your eyes, you glance toward the entrance, where a thick animal hide hangs over the doorway to keep the freezing wind outside. It is a simple barrier, yet it makes a remarkable difference during the harshest nights. The longhouse smells of smoke, pine wood, warm wool, and the evening meal that was cooked over the open fire. Every familiar scent brings a quiet feeling of safety. Beyond the walls, wolves may roam through the snowy forest, but they rarely approach a home filled with people and fire. You listen to the steady breathing of your family as sleep slowly fills the room. The cold world outside feels distant now. Wrapped in blankets, surrounded by warmth, you gently drift into another peaceful Viking winter night, until the pale morning light quietly returns again. The longest nights often feel endless, stretching across the frozen landscape with quiet patience. You understand there is no reason to rush, because winter follows its own steady rhythm. Before sleeping, someone places another log onto the glowing fire, making sure enough warmth lasts until morning. The flames briefly brighten the wooden walls before settling into a calm, steady glow. Thick blankets, soft animal furs, and the comforting presence of family make the cold easier to endure. Outside, fresh snow quietly covers every footprint left during the day, leaving the world untouched and peaceful once again. The distant wind hums through the dark forest like a gentle song that never truly ends. You close your eyes, breathe slowly, and allow the comforting warmth of the longhouse to carry you into deep, peaceful sleep until gentle sunrise finally arrives. The quiet hours before dawn are often the coldest of the entire night. Even the glowing fire begins to lose its strength, leaving only soft red embers beneath a layer of pale gray ash. Someone wakes without complaint, carefully adding another piece of dry wood collected months before winter arrived. The small flames slowly return, filling the longhouse with gentle warmth once again. Everyone remains wrapped in thick wool blankets and heavy animal furs, resting peacefully after another demanding day. Outside, the frozen earth lies beneath a bright blanket of untouched snow, sparkling softly beneath the fading moonlight. No voices disturb the peaceful darkness, only the whispering wind moving across the hills. You breathe deeply, feeling safe inside the sturdy wooden walls, thankful that another calm Viking winter night is passing quietly toward the gentle light of morning. As dawn slowly approaches, the first faint light touches the snow outside. Inside the longhouse, everyone remains peacefully asleep beneath layers of wool blankets and soft animal furs. The fire still glows quietly, providing enough warmth to keep the bitter cold away. You hear the gentle crackle of burning wood and the occasional sigh of someone dreaming. Life during winter is never easy, yet careful preparation, shared work, and quiet resilience make every frozen night bearable. Soon the family will wake, prepare a simple meal, and begin another day of tending animals, repairing tools, and protecting precious supplies. For now, the peaceful silence is enough. You close your eyes once more and rest without fear, trusting the warmth of home to carry you safely through the final hours before sunrise. Morning arrives without noise, just a soft gray light slipping through the small opening above the longhouse. The fire has burned low again, but a few glowing embers remain beneath the ash. One family member quietly meals beside the hearth, adding carefully saved pieces of dry birchwood. Soon, gentle flames begin to dance, filling the room with welcome warmth. Everyone wakes slowly, stretching beneath thick blankets before preparing for another cold day. Outside, the snow reaches almost to the door, hiding fields, paths, and fences beneath a smooth white blanket. The winter landscape appears peaceful, yet every task requires patience and effort. You take a slow breath, grateful for shelter, warmth, and the company of those around you. Together, another quiet Viking day begins, with hope, determination, and calm hearts, despite the endless winter surrounding everyone. The morning meal is simple, yet it provides enough strength for the long hours ahead. A pot of barley porridge gently bubbles above the fire, while slices of dried fish warm beside the glowing coals. Fresh bread is rare during the deepest weeks of winter, so every bite is eaten with gratitude. Before anyone steps outside, thick wool clothing, leather boots, and heavy cloaks are carefully fastened against the freezing wind. The wooden door slowly opens, revealing a silent world covered in sparkling snow. The cold air immediately fills your lungs with a sharp, icy sting. Every footprint must be made with purpose, because deep snow steals both energy and time. Even the smallest journey becomes a challenge, reminding everyone that wisdom and preparation are as valuable as courage throughout every Viking winter day together. After finishing breakfast, the family begins the day's quiet routine. Some carry buckets to collect fresh water from a nearby stream, carefully breaking the thick layer of ice covering the surface. Others check the animals resting inside small shelters, making sure they have enough hay and protection from the bitter wind. Every chore is completed slowly, because rushing wastes precious energy in the freezing weather. The air remains silent, except for the crunch of boots pressing into deep snow and the distant call of a raven flying overhead. Although the cold seems endless, nobody speaks of giving up. They understand that each careful task increases the family's chance of reaching spring safely. As the pale sun hangs low above the horizon, everyone continues working with patience, quiet determination, and steady hope for warmer days ahead together. By the middle of the day, the weak winter sun offers little warmth despite shining across the snowy valley. You pull your heavy wool cloak tighter as the cold wind sweeps over the frozen ground. Every movement feels slower in the deep snow, and even simple tasks require patience. A neighbor arrives to exchange news, bringing stories of distant farms facing the same endless winter. Conversations remain calm and practical, focusing on food supplies, healthy animals, and the changing weather. Nobody knows exactly when spring will return, but everyone trusts the seasons to continue their ancient cycle. Before heading home, You glance across the quiet landscape, where smoke rises gently from wooden rooftops into the pale sky. The peaceful village stands together, enduring another cold day with resilience, quiet courage, shared purpose, and unwavering hope for tomorrow. As afternoon slowly fades, long shadows stretch across the frozen fields, reminding everyone that another early sunset is approaching. The family returns indoors, carrying the last bundle of firewood for the day, brushing snow from their boots before closing the heavy wooden door. Warmth from the hearth gently welcomes them back, easing stiff hands and cold faces. A kettle hangs above the fire, heating fresh water for a simple evening drink. Quiet conversation fills the room, while tools, clothing, and leather boots are inspected for damage. Small repairs made today may prevent greater problems tomorrow. Outside, the wind grows stronger, yet inside the longhouse, calm returns once more. You settle beside the glowing flames, thankful for shelter, companionship, and another peaceful evening during the endless Viking winter together. Evening settles gently across the snowy landscape as darkness arrives far earlier than anyone would wish. The longhouse glows with the warm light of the central fire, offering comfort against the bitter cold waiting outside. Supper is shared without hurry, each person appreciating the simple meal prepared from carefully stored winter supplies. After eating, wooden bowls are washed and placed neatly aside for tomorrow. Someone quietly mends a torn wool cloak, while another sharpens a small knife beside the firelight. These peaceful tasks help pass the long winter evenings and prepare the family for the days ahead. Beyond the sturdy walls, icy winds continue their endless journey across the frozen hills. Inside, gentle laughter, steady warmth, and familiar faces remind you that home is the greatest shelter a Viking could ever hope to find during winter. Night has fully arrived, and the world beyond the longhouse has disappeared beneath darkness and falling snow. The only light comes from the steady fire glowing in the center of the room, painting gentle shadows across the wooden walls. You sit quietly, listening to the soft crackle of burning logs and the peaceful breathing of those nearby. Outside, the cold wind sweeps across the frozen valley without mercy. Yet, inside the longhouse, warmth still holds its ground. Every blanket, every animal fur, and every carefully stacked piece of firewood represents months of thoughtful preparation. Nothing has been left to chance. As the evening grows quieter, tired eyes begin to close one by one. Surrounded by family, comfort, and calm silence, you slowly drift toward another restful sleep, trusting the fire to guard the peaceful hours until the coming dawn. The fire burns steadily through the evening, its gentle glow reflecting across smooth wooden beams, darkened by years of smoke. You watch the dancing flames for a moment before adding another carefully chosen log to the hearth. Every piece of firewood has been gathered, dried, and stored with great care since the warmer months. Wasting even a single log could make the cold season much harder to endure. Around you, the longhouse grows quieter as conversations slowly fade into peaceful silence. Outside, fresh snow continues falling, covering the rooftops and surrounding fields with another soft white layer. The wind hums gently beyond the walls, but it cannot disturb the comfort waiting inside. You settle beneath warm blankets, feeling the steady heat of the fire, grateful for another safe and peaceful Viking winter evening spent together with those you love. Before anyone settles down for the night, The youngest members of the family gather close to the fire, enjoying its gentle warmth after another freezing day. An elder begins telling an old story about brave sailors crossing icy seas beneath bright northern stars. The tale is familiar, yet everyone listens quietly because these stories bring comfort during the endless winter months. Outside, the wind continues blowing across the snowy hills, carrying tiny crystals of ice through the darkness. Inside the longhouse, the steady firelight creates a peaceful rhythm that makes the cold seem far away. Thick wool blankets are spread across the sleeping places, and soft animal furs are carefully arranged for extra warmth. With every glowing ember and every calm breath, the longhouse becomes a place of safety, rest, and quiet hope until another gentle winter morning slowly arrives. As the night grows deeper, the sounds inside the longhouse become softer with every passing moment. The fire has settled into glowing embers, giving off a steady warmth that fills the room without hurry. You pull the thick wool blanket closer and rest your head upon a simple pillow stuffed with feathers. Around you, your family sleeps peacefully, comforted by the familiar crackle of the hearth. Outside, the frozen world remains silent beneath a blanket of fresh snow, untouched by footsteps or voices. Above the dark forest, countless stars shimmer in the clear northern sky, watching over the quiet land. Tomorrow will bring another cold day, filled with simple work and careful choices. For now, there is nothing to do except breathe slowly, enjoy the warmth of home, and drift into another peaceful Viking winter sleep. The first hint of morning appears as a faint silver glow beyond the frosted doorway, though the warmth of the fire makes it difficult to leave your blanket. The longhouse remains peaceful, filled with the quiet sounds of gentle breathing and softly crackling wood. One by one, family members begin to stir, stretching slowly before adding another log to the fire. The comforting heat quickly spreads through the room once again, chasing away the night's lingering chill. Outside, the snow reflects the pale light, making the frozen world seem calm and endless. Today will be much like yesterday, with simple chores, careful planning, and shared effort. Yet there is comfort in this familiar rhythm. You rise with steady determination, thankful for shelter, food, warm companions, and another beautiful winter day waiting beyond the sturdy wooden walls. The cold air greets you the moment the heavy wooden door swings open, carrying the clean scent of fresh snow across the valley. Every breath forms a small white cloud before disappearing into the still morning. Nearby, tall pine trees stand quietly beneath thick blankets of snow, their branches bending under the winter's weight. A narrow path leads toward the animal shelters, where the family's sheep and goats wait patiently for food. Caring for them is one of the day's most important responsibilities, because healthy animals mean survival through the remaining months of winter. You move carefully across the frozen ground, listening to the soft crunch beneath your leather boots. Although the world seems silent, it feels wonderfully alive. Every calm step reminds you that patience, kindness, and steady effort are the true companions of every Viking winter day. By midday, the pale winter sun hangs low above the horizon, casting a gentle golden light across the frozen landscape. Its warmth is faint, yet even the smallest touch of sunshine lifts everyone's spirits. After completing the morning chores, you pause beside the longhouse and look across the quiet valley. Thin streams of smoke rise from nearby homes, drifting peacefully into the clear sky. Every family follows a similar rhythm, working carefully, conserving supplies, and preparing for another cold night ahead. There is no rush, because winter teaches patience better than any lesson. The snow beneath your boots sparkles like countless tiny crystals, reflecting the soft daylight. You take one slow breath of the crisp northern air before returning indoors, where the welcoming fire, familiar voices, and comforting warmth promise another calm and peaceful evening together. As evening slowly returns, the frozen valley grows quieter with every passing moment. The pale sunlight fades behind distant hills, leaving the snow-covered fields glowing with a soft blue light. You carry the final bundle of firewood inside before darkness settles across the land. The heavy wooden door closes with a gentle thud, shutting out the icy wind once again. Soon, the familiar warmth of the hearth spreads throughout the longhouse, welcoming everyone home after another careful day of work. Supper is prepared slowly, filling the air with the comforting aroma of barley stew and smoked fish. Family members gather close together, sharing peaceful conversation and quiet smiles before sleep. Outside, winter continues its endless journey. But inside the longhouse, the fire, friendship, and steady rhythm of daily life create a place of calm, safety, and lasting comfort. As darkness settles over the valley once again, the familiar sounds of the longhouse become wonderfully comforting. The fire crackles softly in the center of the room, sending gentle waves of warmth toward every corner. You remove your heavy cloak and carefully place it near the hearth so it can dry before tomorrow. Outside, fresh snow continues falling without hurry, covering every rooftop, fence, and pathway beneath another quiet white blanket. The wind whispers through the tall pine trees, yet its voice grows distant behind the sturdy timber walls. Family members finish their evening tasks before gathering around the glowing fire, speaking in calm, unhurried voices. There is no need to rush through the night. Winter always rewards patience. You settle beneath thick blankets, feeling peaceful and secure, knowing that home, warmth, and togetherness remain the greatest comforts until another gentle sunrise finally arrives. The evening meal has ended, and the wooden bowls are stacked neatly beside the hearth for washing in the morning. The fire burns with a calm, steady glow, filling the longhouse with comforting warmth and the familiar scent of burning pine. You sit quietly for a few moments, listening to the gentle sounds of family members preparing for sleep. Someone folds thick wool blankets, while another carefully shakes the snow from heavy leather boots. Every small habit has been passed down through generations, helping people endure the long northern winters. Outside, the frozen landscape rests beneath a blanket of sparkling snow, peaceful beneath countless bright stars. The cold remains powerful, but it cannot enter a home built with care, patience, and shared effort. You close your eyes, breathe slowly, and welcome another quiet Viking night filled with warmth, safety, and peaceful dreams together. Before sleep, one final task remains. The fire must be checked carefully because it will protect the family through the coldest hours before dawn. You place another dry log onto the glowing embers and watch bright flames slowly rise once more. Their warm light dances across the wooden walls, filling the longhouse with a peaceful golden glow. Outside, the northern wind continues its endless journey across frozen rivers, snow-covered hills, and silent forests. Inside, everyone settles beneath thick wool blankets and soft animal furs, grateful for the shelter built by hard-working hands. There is no fear, only quiet acceptance of another long winter night. As your breathing becomes slower and your eyes grow heavier, the crackling fire becomes the only sound you notice. Wrapped in warmth, surrounded by family, you gently drift toward deep, peaceful sleep until the first light of morning quietly returns again. The night outside feels endless, stretching across the snowy wilderness beneath a sky filled with bright, silent stars. A gentle breeze carries tiny snowflakes through the dark forest, where tall pine trees stand motionless beneath their heavy white blankets. Inside the longhouse, the warmth of the fire creates a peaceful shelter from the freezing world beyond the walls. You rest comfortably beneath thick wool blankets, listening to the slow crackle of burning logs and the quiet breathing of everyone nearby. The simple rhythm of the evening brings a deep sense of calm. There is nothing more to prepare, nothing more to gather, and nowhere else to be. Winter asks only for patience, careful planning, and quiet endurance. With every slow breath, you feel sleep drawing closer, while the comforting glow of the hearth gently watches over another peaceful Viking winter night until dawn arrives. A faint layer of frost forms along the inside edges of the wooden walls, reminding you how fiercely the cold presses against the longhouse throughout the night. Even so, the steady fire continues glowing at the center of the room, pushing back the freezing air with quiet determination. You shift beneath your blankets, feeling the comforting weight of thick wool and soft animal furs wrapped around you. Nearby, someone gently adds another log to the hearth before settling down once more. Outside, the snow reflects the pale moonlight, making the silent valley appear almost magical beneath the winter sky. No travelers pass this late, and no voices disturb the peaceful darkness. The world seems to pause until morning arrives. Safe inside your warm shelter, you breathe slowly, relax completely, and allow another calm Viking winter night to carry you into restful, uninterrupted sleep with peaceful dreams. At last, the deepest hours of the night arrive, when even the wind seems to grow tired. The longhouse rests in complete silence, broken only by the soft crackling of glowing embers beneath the blackened logs. You remain wrapped in thick wool blankets, feeling the comforting warmth that has been carefully protected throughout the evening. Outside, fresh snow continues falling, quietly covering yesterday's footprints until they completely disappear. Tomorrow, new tracks will be made, new chores will be completed, and another peaceful day will begin. For now, none of those tasks matter. The only purpose of this moment is rest. Your breathing becomes slow and steady as your thoughts gently fade away. Safe within sturdy wooden walls, surrounded by family, warmth, and quiet, you drift into deep, peaceful sleep while the endless Viking winter patiently watches over the silent land until dawn. Morning comes quietly, without bright sunshine or singing birds, only a pale gray light spreading across the snowy valley. The longhouse slowly awakens as the last glowing embers are gently stirred back into life. Fresh logs are placed upon the fire, and warm flames soon fill the room with comforting heat once again. You stretch beneath your blankets before preparing for another peaceful winter day. Outside, the air feels crisp and perfectly still, while a thin layer of frost sparkles across every rooftop and tree branch. The frozen landscape seems unchanged, yet each new day brings another opportunity to care for the family, protect valuable supplies, and appreciate the shelter surrounding you. There is quiet satisfaction in this simple routine. With calm determination and grateful hearts, everyone begins another Viking morning, ready to face the gentle challenges of the long northern winter together. The morning fire burns brightly once again, filling the longhouse with gentle warmth and the comforting scent of burning birch. After sharing a quiet breakfast, everyone prepares for another day shaped by the rhythm of winter. Thick wool cloaks are fastened securely, leather boots are pulled tightly into place, and warm fur gloves protect cold hands from the icy air. As you step outside, the snow crunches softly beneath your feet, while the clear northern sky stretches peacefully above the silent valley. Thin smoke rises from neighboring homes, showing that every family has begun the same familiar routine. Although the cold remains sharp, it no longer feels overwhelming. Experience has taught everyone how to live alongside winter instead of fighting it. With steady footsteps and patient hearts, the day's quiet work begins beneath the calm beauty of the frozen northern landscape together. By late morning, the village has settled into its familiar winter rhythm. Soft columns of smoke rise from every longhouse, drifting slowly into the cold, crystal-clear sky. You walk carefully along a narrow path packed down by many footsteps, grateful that yesterday's snow has been cleared away. Neighbors greet one another with quiet smiles, exchanging a few friendly words before returning to their daily work. No one wastes time, yet nobody hurries either. Winter teaches that steady effort is far more valuable than rushed movements. In the distance, a frozen river lies silent beneath a blanket of shining ice, reflecting the pale sunlight like polished glass. The peaceful landscape seems unchanged, but every passing day brings the promise that spring is drawing a little closer. Until then, patience, kindness, and careful preparation remain the strongest tools every Viking family possesses together. The afternoon passes quietly as the pale winter sun begins its slow journey toward the horizon. Its light never feels strong, yet it paints the snowy fields with a gentle golden glow. You pause beside a stack of neatly stored firewood, feeling thankful for the hard work completed before winter arrived. Every log represents warmth, comfort, and another peaceful night inside the longhouse. Nearby, children laugh softly while helping carry smaller pieces of wood, learning valuable lessons from their elders without needing many words. The frozen air remains crisp, but the village feels calm and secure. Smoke rises steadily from every rooftop, promising warm fires and shared meals before darkness returns. As the daylight slowly fades, everyone finishes the final tasks of the day, knowing that another quiet evening of rest, family, and gentle stories is waiting beside the welcoming hearth inside. As the last rays of daylight disappear beyond the distant hills, the village prepares for another peaceful winter evening. One by one, families return to their warm longhouses, carrying baskets of firewood and simple supplies gathered during the day. The heavy wooden doors close, shutting out the icy wind that continues sweeping across the frozen fields. Inside, the fire is carefully fed with dry logs, and golden light fills the room with a comforting glow. A simple supper of barley porridge, smoked fish, and dried herbs warms both body and spirit. Quiet conversations replace the silence of outdoor work, while children listen to familiar stories shared by their elders. Beyond the walls, snow falls gently beneath a sky full of bright northern stars. Safe beside the glowing hearth, you breathe deeply, relax completely, and welcome another calm Viking winter night with peaceful gratitude together. After supper, the longhouse settles into a peaceful rhythm once again. The wooden bowls are cleaned, the cooking pot is moved away from the fire, and everyone gathers around the glowing hearth. Outside, the wind gently brushes against the timber walls, but it cannot disturb the warmth waiting inside. An elder quietly begins another familiar tale, speaking about distant voyages across cold northern seas and the courage of those who returned home safely. The story unfolds slowly, matching the calm crackle of the fire. One by one, tired eyes begin to close as the comforting sounds fill the room. Thick wool blankets and soft animal furs are spread across every sleeping place, ready for another long winter night. You breathe deeply, feeling completely safe, while the steady warmth of the fire carries you gently toward peaceful dreams until the quiet arrival of morning. Late into the evening, the fire burns with a steady glow, filling the longhouse with gentle warmth and soft orange light. The comforting scent of pine smoke lingers in the air, mixing with the familiar smell of wool blankets and seasoned timber. Outside, the frozen world rests beneath a clear sky, where countless stars sparkle above the silent forests. The cold remains powerful, but it feels distant behind the sturdy wooden walls. You sit quietly for a few moments, listening to the peaceful breathing of your family and the gentle crackle of burning logs. Every sound seems slower, calmer, and perfectly suited to the quiet rhythm of winter. There is nothing left to prepare before sleep. Wrapped in warmth and surrounded by those you love, you close your eyes, breathe deeply, and peacefully welcome another restful Viking winter night beneath the northern sky together. The night grows quieter with every passing hour, and the longhouse settles into complete peace. Only the gentle glow of the fire remains, casting dancing shadows across the sturdy wooden beams overhead. You pull your wool blanket a little closer, enjoying the comforting warmth that has been carefully protected throughout the day. Outside, the frozen landscape lies beneath a blanket of untouched snow, glowing softly under the pale moonlight. A distant owl calls from the dark forest before silence returns once more. The world feels calm, unchanging, and wonderfully still. Inside the longhouse, every slow breath and every glowing ember reminds you that comfort is often found in life's simplest moments. Safe beside the fading fire, surrounded by family and quiet warmth, you allow your thoughts to drift away, welcoming another deep and peaceful Viking sleep before the first light of dawn appears. Before midnight, someone quietly rises to check the fire one final time. The glowing embers are gently stirred, and a carefully dried log is placed across the warm coals. Small flames slowly awaken, filling the longhouse with a soft golden light that pushes the cold back into the darkness. Everyone else remains peacefully asleep beneath thick wool blankets and heavy animal furs, their slow breathing blending with the gentle crackle of burning wood. Outside, fresh snow drifts silently across the valley, covering every rooftop, fence, and path with another sparkling white layer. The northern sky remains clear, filled with bright stars that seem almost close enough to touch. Safe inside the sturdy shelter, you feel no need to hurry. Wrapped in warmth, comfort, and quiet, you surrender completely to another peaceful Viking winter night, trusting morning will arrive in its own perfect time. At the quietest hour before dawn, the longhouse feels like the warm heart of a frozen world. Outside, icy winds continue sweeping across snow-covered hills, yet only a faint whisper reaches the people resting inside. The fire glows gently beneath a layer of glowing embers, releasing just enough warmth to keep the bitter cold away. You open your eyes for a brief moment, watching tiny sparks rise into the smoky air before disappearing. Nearby, every family member sleeps peacefully beneath thick wool blankets and soft animal furs. Their calm breathing fills the room with quiet reassurance. There is comfort in knowing that everyone shares the same shelter, the same fire, and the same hope for spring. You close your eyes once more, letting every slow breath carry you deeper into peaceful sleep as another Viking winter night quietly moves toward the gentle light of morning. Morning returns almost unnoticed, bringing a soft silver light that gently filters through the smoke hole above the hearth. The fire still holds a quiet warmth, protected through the night by careful hands and dry wood. You rise slowly, wrapping a thick wool cloak around your shoulders before stepping closer to the glowing embers. Soon fresh logs are added, and cheerful flames brighten the longhouse once again. Outside, the snowy valley appears calm, untouched except for the tracks of a small fox crossing the open field before sunrise. The cold air remains sharp, but it no longer feels unfriendly. It is simply another familiar part of life. With grateful hearts, the family prepares a simple breakfast, ready to face another peaceful winter day together, trusting experience, patience, and quiet determination to guide them safely until the gentle arrival of spring. Morning returns almost unnoticed, bringing a soft silver light that gently filters through the smoke hole above the hearth. The fire still holds a quiet warmth, protected through the night by careful hands and dry wood. You rise slowly, wrapping a thick wool cloak around your shoulders before stepping closer to the glowing embers. Soon fresh logs are added, and cheerful flames brighten the longhouse once again. Outside, the snowy valley appears calm, untouched except for the tracks of a small fox crossing the open field before sunrise. The cold air remains sharp, but it no longer feels unfriendly. It is simply another familiar part of life. With grateful hearts, the family prepares a simple breakfast, ready to face another peaceful winter day together, trusting experience, patience, and quiet determination to guide them safely until the gentle arrival of spring. By the middle of the afternoon, the sky begins to change from pale blue to soft shades of gray. The daylight is already fading, reminding everyone how quickly winter evenings arrive in the far north. You gather the last armful of dry firewood and carry it back toward the longhouse, leaving a trail of footprints across the fresh snow. Nearby, a pair of ravens glide silently above the frozen trees before disappearing beyond the hills. The village remains peaceful, with only the distant sound of an axe splitting wood breaking the quiet air. Every family is preparing for another long, cold night. Inside, the fire is already waiting to welcome everyone home. As darkness slowly settles across the valley, you feel grateful for warm shelter, kind companions, and the simple comforts that make even the harshest Viking winter feel peaceful, safe, and deeply comforting. The evening settles gently over the village as the last traces of daylight disappear behind the snowy hills. One by one, families return to their longhouses, brushing fresh snow from their cloaks before stepping inside. The familiar warmth of the hearth greets everyone with quiet comfort, while the gentle crackle of burning wood fills the room. Supper is served slowly, made from carefully preserved foods that have sustained the family throughout the long winter. After the meal, simple chores are finished without hurry, and the peaceful rhythm of the evening returns once more. Outside, the frozen valley grows silent beneath a sky filled with bright northern stars. Inside, soft blankets, glowing embers, and familiar voices create a comforting shelter from the endless cold. You breathe deeply, relax completely, and welcome another calm Viking winter night with gratitude, quiet confidence, and peaceful anticipation for tomorrow. Night slowly wraps the frozen valley in complete darkness, leaving only the gentle glow of firelight shining through the small openings of the longhouse. Inside, everyone settles into familiar places around the hearth, enjoying the quiet comfort that comes after another successful winter day. A kettle hangs above the flames, warming fresh water, while soft shadows move across the wooden walls. Outside, the wind carries fine snow across the empty fields, smoothing away footprints until the landscape appears untouched once again. The silence beyond the walls feels endless, yet it is never frightening. Within the shelter, warmth, careful preparation, and the presence of loved ones create a peaceful refuge from the harsh northern cold. You close your eyes and listen to the steady crackle of burning wood, allowing every gentle sound to guide you toward another deep, restful Viking sleep before the quiet arrival of dawn. A peaceful silence fills the longhouse as the evening slowly drifts toward midnight. The fire has settled into glowing embers, sending gentle waves of warmth across the wooden floor. You pull your thick wool blanket a little higher, feeling grateful for the comfort created by careful preparation during the warmer months. Outside, the frozen forest stands motionless beneath a sky crowded with bright northern stars. A light breeze moves through the tall pine trees, carrying soft whispers across the snow-covered hills before fading into the distance. Inside, every familiar sound becomes soothing, from the quiet breathing of your family to the occasional pop of burning wood. The worries of tomorrow can wait until sunrise. Tonight, there is only warmth, calm, and rest. You close your eyes, breathe slowly, and allow another gentle Viking winter night to carry you peacefully into deep, dreamless sleep together. The deepest part of the night arrives slowly, covering the frozen world in complete stillness. Inside the longhouse, the fire continues its quiet duty, glowing softly and protecting everyone from the bitter cold outside. You listen to the gentle sounds surrounding you, the small movements of sleeping family members, the faint crackle of burning wood, and the peaceful silence between each moment. These simple sounds create a feeling of safety that no treasure could replace. The Vikings understood that survival was not only about strength, but also about cooperation, preparation, and finding comfort in ordinary moments. Outside, snow continues falling across the ancient northern landscape, while inside, warmth remains steady and welcoming. Wrapped beneath heavy blankets, you let your body relax completely, allowing the peaceful rhythm of the winter night to guide you deeper into calm and restful sleep. As the hours pass, the longhouse remains wrapped in peaceful darkness. The fire has become smaller, but its gentle glow still reaches across the room, creating a warm and comforting atmosphere. You notice how every part of this shelter has a purpose, from the thick wooden walls to the carefully prepared blankets. Nothing exists by accident. Every tool, every piece of clothing, and every stored supply represents patience and planning from the months before winter arrived. Outside, the cold wind continues moving across the frozen land, but it cannot disturb the quiet safety within these walls. The Vikings knew that winter was not defeated by fighting it, but by understanding it. With calm thoughts and a relaxed heart, you drift deeper into sleep, surrounded by warmth, family, and the peaceful rhythm of another northern winter night. The quiet winter night continues, and the longhouse remains a peaceful island of warmth surrounded by endless snow. The fire slowly burns beneath the careful watch of the sleeping family, its soft glow creating gentle patterns on the wooden walls. You rest comfortably, feeling the steady warmth of blankets and the quiet protection of the shelter around you. Outside, the frozen rivers, silent forests, and snowy fields remain unchanged beneath the moonlit sky. Yet inside, there is a feeling of belonging and safety that makes the cold world seem far away. The Vikings valued these simple moments because they knew comfort came from togetherness, not luxury. As your breathing becomes slower, your thoughts become quieter. The peaceful sounds of the hearth guide you deeper into sleep, while another long winter night passes calmly beneath the northern stars. The first gentle signs of morning are still far away, and the longhouse remains peacefully quiet beneath the endless winter sky. The fire continues glowing softly, offering just enough warmth to protect everyone through the final hours of darkness. You remain wrapped in thick blankets, feeling the comfort created by generations of knowledge and careful preparation. Every winter night teaches the Vikings the value of patience, cooperation, and respect for nature's powerful forces. Outside, the snow-covered landscape waits silently for another sunrise, while inside, dreams carry everyone through the cold hours. The long winter may seem endless, but each passing night brings the family closer to warmer seasons ahead. With a calm heart and peaceful mind, you continue resting safely, surrounded by warmth, quiet, and the gentle embrace of another Viking winter night. Slowly, the darkness begins to fade as a soft morning light touches the snowy world outside. The longhouse remains quiet for a few more moments, while the fire gently warms the room. You listen to the peaceful sounds of a new day beginning, the soft movement of blankets, the quiet steps of family members, and the gentle crackle of fresh wood added to the hearth. Another winter night has passed, and everyone has rested safely through the cold hours. Outside, the frozen landscape waits beneath the pale sky, ready for another day of simple tasks and careful living. The Vikings knew every sunrise was a gift, especially during the harshest months. With grateful hearts, they welcomed each new morning, trusting patience, preparation, and unity to guide them through the remaining winter days. The morning routine begins slowly inside the longhouse as everyone prepares for another winter day. The fire burns brighter, warming cold hands and bringing gentle comfort after the long night. You watch as family members complete familiar tasks, preparing food, checking supplies, and organizing tools needed for the day ahead. Each action is performed with patience because winter leaves little room for carelessness. Outside, fresh snow covers the village like a soft white blanket, hiding yesterday's footsteps beneath a new layer. The cold air remains strong, but the people have learned how to live peacefully alongside it. Their survival comes from knowledge passed down through generations, from storing enough supplies to building strong shelters. As another day begins, you feel the quiet strength of a Viking community, working together through the beautiful and challenging northern winter. As the day continues, the village settles into a peaceful rhythm of winter life. You move between simple tasks, helping wherever needed, and appreciating the quiet cooperation around you. Some villagers repair tools that have become worn from daily use, while others prepare food and care for animals sheltered from the freezing weather. Every person has a role, and every effort helps the community remain strong. The Vikings understood that surviving winter was never the responsibility of one person alone. It required teamwork, trust, and respect between families and neighbors. Outside, the snow-covered fields remain silent beneath the pale sky, while inside each longhouse, warm fires continue burning. As evening slowly approaches again, You realize that these ordinary moments of preparation and togetherness are what truly carried Viking families through the longest and coldest winter nights. The afternoon slowly fades as the winter sun begins to disappear behind the distant mountains. You return to the longhouse, carrying the final supplies needed before night arrives. Snow falls gently around you, covering the ground with a fresh layer of white silence. Inside, the fire is prepared carefully, and the familiar warmth quickly fills the room. Everyone gathers together after completing another day of work, thankful for the shelter and comfort surrounding them. A simple meal is shared, while quiet conversations move through the longhouse like a gentle song. Outside, the wind grows stronger, but the thick wooden walls remain steady and protective. The Vikings knew that every peaceful evening was a reward for their preparation and effort. As darkness arrives once again, you settle near the fire, ready to experience another calm winter night beneath the northern sky. The evening darkness returns slowly, covering the frozen village with a peaceful silence. Inside the longhouse, the fire becomes the center of attention once again, bringing warmth and light to everyone gathered nearby. You watch the flames move gently, while family members prepare their sleeping areas with thick blankets and soft animal furs. Each layer helps protect against the cold that waits beyond the wooden walls. Outside, snow continues falling across the fields, creating a quiet world of white beneath the dark northern sky. The long winter nights may be difficult, but they also create moments of connection, storytelling, and rest. As the fire crackles softly, you feel the comfort of being surrounded by people who share the same shelter and journey. Slowly, your eyes become heavier, and another peaceful Viking night begins to carry you toward deep sleep. The night becomes deeper, and the peaceful sounds of the longhouse slowly disappear into silence. The fire continues glowing in the center of the room, creating a gentle warmth that reaches every corner. You lie beneath your thick blankets, feeling the comfort of the shelter that protects you from the freezing world outside. Around you, family members rest quietly, trusting the strength of the wooden walls and the steady flames nearby. Outside, the northern wind moves across the snowy landscape, but its voice feels distant and calm. The Vikings understood that winter nights were not only challenges, but also moments for reflection and rest. With every slow breath, you feel yourself becoming more relaxed. The soft firelight, peaceful atmosphere, and quiet surroundings guide you deeper into a calm and restful sleep beneath the endless winter sky. The quiet hours continue passing slowly as the Viking longhouse rests beneath the frozen night sky. The fire has become smaller, but its warmth remains steady, protecting everyone from the cold that surrounds the shelter. You listen to the peaceful rhythm of the evening, the soft movement of blankets, the gentle breathing of sleeping family members, and the occasional sound of burning wood. These simple moments create a feeling of safety and comfort that makes the long winter easier to endure. Outside, the snow-covered forests and frozen rivers remain silent beneath the stars. Inside, the longhouse stands as a symbol of patience, preparation, and togetherness. The Vikings knew that even the harshest seasons could be survived when people cared for one another. With a peaceful mind, you slowly drift deeper into sleep, carried by warmth and quiet dreams. The final hours before morning arrive quietly, and the longhouse remains wrapped in peaceful darkness. The fire continues to glow softly, sending gentle warmth across the wooden floor and sleeping areas. You remain comfortable beneath layers of wool and fur, feeling protected from the icy world beyond the walls. The Vikings knew that a warm shelter was not created only by wood and fire, but also by the care and effort of everyone inside. Each person contributed to the safety of the home through preparation and cooperation. Outside, the snow-covered landscape waits patiently for the return of sunlight. Inside, the peaceful silence feels almost magical. You breathe slowly, allowing your body to relax completely. With the steady warmth of the hearth beside you, another long winter night passes peacefully beneath the northern stars. A gentle change appears across the frozen landscape as the darkness begins to slowly fade away. The first hints of morning light touch the snowy fields, while the longhouse remains warm and peaceful. You hear the quiet movements of people waking from their deep sleep, preparing to welcome another winter day. The fire is carefully renewed, bringing fresh warmth into the room after the coldest hours of the night. Outside, the village begins to stir, with soft footsteps appearing across the untouched snow. Another night has passed successfully, proving once again the strength of patience and preparation. The Vikings understood that every sunrise was a small victory during the harsh winter months. As you rise slowly from your blankets, you feel grateful for another safe night, another warm shelter, and another chance to continue the journey through the northern winter. The long winter journey slowly comes to an end, but the memories of these peaceful nights remain. You look around the warm longhouse and realize that survival was never only about fighting the cold. It was about family, preparation, patience, and finding comfort in simple moments. The fire, the stories, the shared meals, and the quiet nights beneath the northern sky all created a life filled with meaning. Outside, the snow will eventually melt, rivers will flow again, and green fields will return. But tonight, you rest peacefully, knowing that another winter has been survived. Thank you for joining this gentle journey through Viking history. If you enjoyed this relaxing story, subscribe for more peaceful adventures through the past. Close your eyes, relax, and let your dreams carry you to another quiet world.